Coming up, we'll be on location at Dantage Medical Aesthetics in Fairfax, Virginia, discussing advances in skincare and anti-aging and how they can help you look years younger and rejuvenated without any surgery or downtime with one of this region's top anti-aging experts, Waseem Garbia. Waseem is a certified trainer through Allergan Medical in aesthetics and is also a certified master injector of cosmetic fillers as well, and is widely recognized as one of this area's top anti-aging experts. Welcome, Waseem. It's a pleasure having you on our program.
I appreciate you talking to me.
It's your first time on our Top Doctors interviews. We have a lot to talk about. We have a client of yours that we're going to hear from a bit later. Plus, we're going to see you perform a microneedling treatment on that same client. But before we do all that, I wanted to ask you, if I may, Waseem, if you can please tell us about some of the latest advances that have taken place recently in skincare as well as in anti-aging treatments and how they can help folks.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much advances, and I try my best to keep up on it, constantly reading and anti-aging A4M type of articles, which is the Anti-Aging Association of America. And, genetic testing is big, knowing how people are going to age, and they tell us how their collagen can break down, as well as what supplements. So anti-aging and aesthetics isn't just the external, it's within. So we're going to be doing testing for that as well, and help people get the most efficiency out of their body and their skin with supplements, vitamin supplements, or skincare regimens, or even treatments like we're doing. Radio frequency microneedling is also on the brink. We'll be getting that hopefully next week, actually. The Vivace, which is a really exciting new technology with no downtime. It's really interesting. Gives you collagen reproduction, skin tightening, reduces wrinkles, helps redness, helps acne. I mean, the list goes on and on. Here at Dantage, we try to get the best of the best. We research everything. All our skincare is FDA cleared and underwent multiple studies to prove it does what it says it does.
So you offer quite a bit over here in addition to the latest and greatest, like you just mentioned.
Yes.
I take it the Botox and the Restylane and some of the more well-known, that have been around for many years type of skincare treatments you also offer here.
Yes, we do. And we definitely customize it to what the patient's needs are. There's not one patient that fits with one technique. So being a master injector as well as training with Allergan and Metaesthetics, I do different techniques depending on what I'm trying to achieve per patient, because everyone's different.
So you basically customize the treatment plan with each of your folks just to make sure that you're both on the same page and that you're trying to maximize what that particular person is looking for.
Exactly. And keeping it natural is one of the biggest things that I'm known for and like to do. Is we don't want anyone to look done, we want them to look enhanced.
Yes, that's a very good point, because we hear that all the time, right, from folks. They're like, I want to get something done in the cosmetic side or aesthetic side, but I don't want to look like I had something done.
Exactly.
You want it to be as natural as possible, and that's what these various anti-aging treatments that you offer here provide your folks.
Oh yes.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about what types of problems do the treatments you offer provide?
Yes, skin laxity is one. Loss of volume with fillers, we do. Wrinkle reduction with Botox. Medical grade skincare to improve whether it's rosacea, acne, multiple forms of skin disorders that we also will tailor our regimen to.
So you offer all that and you customize it like you just mentioned.
Yes, no patient leaves with the same plan.
And how are these treatments performed? Obviously they're done here at your location, and I'm sure it depends on each patient, but generally speaking, they're looking at a 30-minute visit, 60 minutes?
Well, it depends on what they're getting done. The consultation portion alone takes 30 to 45 minutes because we like to go over their diet, their water intake, the shampoos, the conditioners they use, the face washes, how do they cleanse their face, what types of makeups they use. All these are factors in the whole anti-aging process.
Okay, all that's obviously taken in as you
Yes.
set into consideration, and,
Oh, yeah.
and then you adjust accordingly.
Correct.
And as far as the various treatments you offer, Waseem, I know you've mentioned some individual treatments, but a lot of folks have asked us, can they utilize these treatments in tandem with each other? Because one could help a person in one part of the face, another could help in another area. Can you please tell us a little bit more about those benefits?
Correct. The best way to do an anti-aging regimen is to encompass multiple modalities. There's not one treatment that cures all, right, for each individual. Just like I explain it as blood pressure. When someone has high blood pressure, yes, the medication is doing what it needs to do. However, we also tell you lose weight, exercise, low sodium diet. Those all together will give you your optimal results. It's very similar with skincare and anti-aging. There are multiple modalities that we have to encompass to achieve the maximum benefit.
And who's a good candidate that's out there watching right now that can benefit from all this?
Anybody really can. There's
And
no
we're
one I
talking
can't.
teenagers right on up, right?
Correct. Right. Teaching a teenager how to cleanse correctly, what products to use, what makeups to avoid depending on skin needs, and if there's acne involved or acneic rosacea. I mean, the list goes on and on. Really, anyone can benefit, even just getting a consult.
Yes, yes, indeed. And what type of results are your patients seeing, Waseem?
Everyone's getting great results with everything we've done. I've never had any complaints or anyone unhappy.
And speaking of results, we're now going to hear from a patient of Waseem and Dantage Medical Aesthetics. Welcome, Sarah. It's a pleasure having you on our program.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We always appreciate it when clients take time in their busy lives to come down and share some of their experiences with us. And on that note, I'd like to begin, if I may, Sarah, by having you please tell us how you heard about Dantage Medical Aesthetics in Waseem.
Waseem and I met at a function, and we did some talking about contouring and kind of went over a basic skincare plan. And so he did some fillers, and I absolutely loved the results. I raved. I told my sister and my sister-in-law, and they both came here for microneedling and for some Botox. And so today we're going to do some microneedling later because I'm really excited about the results.
So as you mentioned, Sarah, you initially met Waseem at a function, and then you came in for a consult.
Right.
And then you wanted to have contouring done, as you mentioned. You had some fillers. Can you please tell the viewers what some of those fillers were, if I may ask?
Yeah, I got some cheek fillers. He did kind of a subtle definition in my cheeks, just so I didn't have to contour as much with my makeup.
Well, it looks very nice.
Well, thank you.
And very natural, I might add.
Yes, that's exactly what we were going for.
Now, was all that done in one visit or two visits? And have you had any follow-up since then?
Yeah, that was all done in one visit, and then we followed up to make sure it looked like exactly how Waseem wanted, and then we're going to do the microneedling today.
Great. And before we let you go, Sarah, is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
I would just like to add that I've been extremely happy with the results. Every time I come here, I get to see Waseem and spend that one-on-one time with him, talking about what I want and my expectations. And he just really listens to exactly what I want, and I'm very happy with the results.
Well, on that note, we'd like to thank you, Sarah, for joining us, sharing some of your experiences, and being a guest on our program.
Thank you.
It was our pleasure having you on. We're now back with Waseem. I must say, Sarah's very happy with the results.
Yes.
She, I understand, met you at a function. She came in for a consult. Is that pretty much typical as far as them coming, your patients initially come in for consults, and then you customize treatment plans as you mentioned earlier, right?
Yes, I like to customize a year-long to 2-year-long treatment plan because it's not going to be a one and done. I'd like them to understand that there's a commitment and there's certain steps we have to take to achieve their goals as well as the goals that I feel would be necessary.
Yes, indeed. Working truly in a partnership format.
Yes, 100%.
And as far as follow-up visits, Waseem, and again, I'm sure that depends on each patient and his or her situation, but in general, do you recommend your patients coming back after all the various treatment and or treatments have been performed just to see how they're doing and make little tweaks along the way?
Every time. Because I want to ensure they got the results that I anticipate or expected. And at times they don't, very seldom. And I want to know about that because I want them to obtain the best results. So if I have to do a little tweaking or add a little filler, or add a little Botox to enhance that look, I want to do that for them, as well as maybe a microneedle didn't do as much as I wanted to and I need to switch it to a radiofrequency microneedling, or their skincare regimen that I thought would work maybe didn't, and we have to switch some stuff around.
Sure, based on how things are progressing.
Exactly, is extremely important.
You're like an artist. You really are, because you take each individual, and each patient of yours is like the canvas, right?
That's correct.
And they come in, and then you try to enhance and bring out the most natural beauty that's already within them.
Yes.
And you customize the plans accordingly.
100%.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Waseem, if you can please tell everyone about, actually, maybe do that. I wanted to ask you, Waseem, what other services you offer here beyond the ones you've touched on so far.
Mentioned before. Well, soon we'll be incorporating some blood tests or DNA testing to ensure optimization of vitamins and the stuff that help with anti-aging, you know, within, and the skin, again, is one of the organs, our largest organ, but all organs communicate with each other. So in order to do and encompass true anti-aging, we have to look at every organ system and make sure that they're in synergy with each other. So we offer PDO thread lift, which is a suture that is an absorbable suture that lasts 16 months that can lift any area depending on if we need to do a neck, increase that jawline by lifting the skin up, do a brow lift with it. It's non-invasive. Local anesthetic is used, and patients go home with no downtime. I've had great results with it. Again, it's something you have to encompass with filler or Botox to get the optimum result, but it does give good results on the perfect candidate. Yeah, so we also offer Kybella, which is deoxycholic acid. It's a permanent fat destruction. It's an injection that we do in the office. It does cause a little bit of swelling, minimal downtime. It's FDA approved for submental fat. However, just like a lot of times in medicine, we do use things off-label, like we use medications for sleep that are not meant for sleep or not approved for. So we do use it off-label in the jowls. I do it for bra fat, for knee fat, fat below the C-section scar. So multiple places, anywhere that has fat that needs to be destroyed, and it's a permanent destruction without having to cause the swelling and the downtime of, you know, liposuction or, you know, some of the laser modalities that are out there that are painful. This is a very quick 20-30 minute procedure tops, and gives great results.
Well, we're literally out of time, Waseem, but I wanted to ask you before I let you go, you and your center here, Dantage Medical Aesthetics, have certainly established a reputation for excellence, not only as one of this region's top anti-aging experts and skincare professionals. Your patients love you, as we just heard from Sarah a few minutes back. I just wanted to ask you what you feel really helps separate you and your practice apart from so many of the others.
So our practice is more of a personalized treatment plan. So we customize what people need using everything we have, all the tools that are in our box, whether it be Kybella, thread lifts, filler, radiofrequency, vitamin therapies, whatever it may be, to achieve the best goal. So given my 15 years of medical experience and skincare and encompassing all those together with that personalized attention, that's what keeps us apart from everybody else.